Good morning, students. Our today's topic is highest common factor. So, what is highest common factor? As the name suggests, the highest common factor means the greatest number which divides each of two or more numbers is called your highest common factor or HCF. So, suppose you have to find out the highest common factor of 9 and 12. So, highest common factor means the greatest number by which you can divide both 9 and 12. This is called your highest common factor. So, how to find out the highest common factor? First, you have to find out the factors of the given number. Suppose 9 and 12. So, first you have to find out the factors. So, what are the factors of 9? The factors of 9 are 1, 3 and 9. And then you have to find out the factors of the second number. The factors of the 12 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. Now you have to find out the common factors. Now you can clearly see the common factors are 1 is common between them and 3 is also common between them. So the common factors are 1 and 3. So highest common factor. So what are the common factors? Common factors are 1 and 3. So highest common factor is the multiple of the common factor. So highest common factor is equals to 1 into 3. That means is equals to 3. Correct. So let me give you another example. Suppose the question is what are the highest common factors of 6 and 9. Correct. So what are the factors of 6? The factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3 and 6. And what are the factors of 9? The factors of 9 are 1, 3 and 9. Okay. So what are the common factors here? 1 is common and 3 is also common, or nothing is common. So highest common factor is equals to equals to 1 into 3. That means 6 is equals to 3. Correct. So how to find out the common factor? So there are basically two methods to find out the highest common factor. The first method is called prime factorization method, and second method is called continued division method. So in first we will discuss about the prime factorization method. So in prime factorization method, the first step is that you have to find out the prime factors of the given number. Okay. So here is an example. So the question is find the greatest common factor of 90 and 105. So what is the first point? First point is the finding the prime factors of the given number. So first you have to find out the prime factors of 19 and 105. Okay. So you have to divide. So 90 is divisible by 2. So 2 5s are 90. Then 545 5 9s are 45. Then 3 3s are 90. So the factors of 90 are 2, 2, 5, 3 and 3. So 2, 3, 3, 5. These are the factors of 90. Now what are the factors of 105? So 105 is divisible by 5. So 5 21s are 105. Then 3 7s are 21. So factors of 105 are 3, 5 and 7. Now you have to find out the common factors. So which numbers are common here? So you can clearly see this 3 is common and 5 is also common. Okay. So 3 and 5. So highest common factor is equals to 3 into 5. Okay. So 3 5s are 15. So your highest common factor is equals to 15. So highest common factor of 90 and 105 is 15. So there is so another example. So you have to find out the common factors of 27 and 80. Okay. So first point is, what is the first point? First point is you have to find out the prime factors of the given number. So in the same way, 27 is divided by 3, 3 is a 9. then 3 9s are 27, then 3 3s are 9. 80 is divided by 2. The 240s are 240s are 80, 220 20s are 40, then 2 10s are 20, 2 5s are 10. So the factors of 27 are 3, 3 and 3. Okay. And factors of 80 are 2, 2, 2, 2 and 5. Now what is the second point? Second point is that finding the prime factor. That means you have to find out the which number is common. So obviously you can clearly see that no number is common between these two rows. Okay, here you have 3 3 3, and in the 8 here you have 2 2 2 and 5. So no number is common. So in that case, if you don't if you cannot find any common factor, then your SF will be 1. Okay, so here your highest common factor of 27 and 80 is 1. Okay. Now there is another method is called continued division method. So in continued division method, okay, so this method is also used to find out the ACF of a number. Okay. So in continued division method, you have to divide the larger number by the smaller one. Okay. Suppose for example, question is find out the ACF of 120 and 144. So what you have to do, you have to divide the highest number by the smaller number, and you have to divide until you get the 0 resultant. Okay, so first point is that divide the larger number by the smaller number and find the remainder. Okay, so 120 ones are 120. So what is remainder here? 24. Correct. Now look, your remainder is not 0. 24 is so your remainder is how much? Your remainder is 24. Okay, so second point is that if the remainder is 0, then the smaller number is the ACF. So our remainder is not 0 here. Our remainder is how much? 24. So then we have to skip to the third point. If remainder is non-zero, divide the smaller number by the remainder and get a new number. So here again, since our remainder is not 0, so here again we have to divide the number. Divide this smaller number by the remainder. So 24 120. Okay. So 24 5s actually 24 5s are 120. Okay, so here so ultimately we get the zero resultant. So let me read the fourth point. If the remainder is 0, then previous number is the ACF. So here our remainder is how much? Remainder is 0. So this number, this divisor 24, this number is our answer. This number is 24 is our ACF. Okay, so in this way we have to find out the ACF. So we have to divide the divide the larger number by the smaller number, and we have to divide until we get the 0 resultant. Okay, so here one more example is that ACF of, we have to find out the ACF of 36 and 192. So which number is a larger number? 192. So we have to divide 192 by 36, because 36 is the smaller number. So 36 5s are 180, remainder is 12. So since our remainder is not 0, so again we have to divide. So again we have to divide the smaller number by this remainder. So again dividing 36 by 12. So 12 3s are 36. So here we get the 0 resultant. So that means our answer is how much? Answer is 12. Okay, so ACF of 36 and 192 is 12. Now Now lowest common factor. The lowest common factor, lowest common multiple. The lowest common multiple, as the name suggests, the lowest common multiple means that you have to find out the lowest multiple, the lowest common multiple of two or more given numbers. Okay, so suppose two numbers are given, two. Suppose two numbers are given 2 and 3. You have to find out the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3. So first what you have to do, you have to find out the multiples of 2 and 3. So what are the multiples of 2? Multiples of 2 are 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6, 2 fours are 8 and so on. And multiples of 3 are 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9, 3 fours are 12 and so on. So which number is common here? So you can clearly see that 6 is common here. Okay, so 6 is your lowest common multiple. Okay, this 6 is the multiple of both 2 and 6, and this number is common between them. So 6 is your lowest common multiple. So similar to the previous case, here similar to the previous case, you can find out the lowest common factors, lowest common multiple in two ways. One is called prime factorization method, and second, another is called common division method. So but today we'll study about study only the common division method. Okay, because otherwise you'll get confused. We'll study the prime factorization method, this method later. Today we'll study the common division method. Okay, so finding the lowest common factor by common division method. So common division method, so in common division method, what you have to do, you have to first arrange the given numbers separated by a comma. Suppose you have to find out the common factors of 6, 9 and 12. So first you have to arrange the numbers, given numbers separated by comma. Okay, now you have to divide these numbers. Okay, now 6, 9, now you have to divide these numbers by the least prime number, which divides the least two of the given numbers. So now that means you have to divide these three numbers by a prime number. Now 6, 9 and 12, they all these three numbers are divided by divided by 3. So 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12. Okay, so how many times you have to divide? You have to divide until or unless you get prime number in both quotient and remainder. Now let me check. 3 is a prime number, 2 is a prime number, the 3 is again a prime number, and 4 is also a prime number. Okay, so there, that means we don't have to divide again. So LCM is equals to the multiple of this number, 3 into 2 into again 3 into 4. So 3 2s are 6 and 3 4s are 12. So 6 into 12 is equals to 72. So your lowest common multiple or LCM is equals to 72. So here you have one more example. So question is, find the LCM of 8, 18, 12 and 30. So first, what is the first point? Arrange the given numbers in a row separated by comma. So the numbers are already arranged, 12, 18 and 30. Now these numbers are divided by 2. So 2 6 are 12, 2 9 are 18 and 2 15 are 30. Now again you can divide these three numbers by 3. Now 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9 and 3 5s are 15. Okay, so second point is that divide these numbers by least prime numbers, which divides at least 2 or the given numbers. Okay, so we have already divided these three numbers by prime numbers. Now third point is that quotient and numbers not divisible by the divisor are written as it is in the next row. Okay, So that means you have to divide these three numbers until unless you get prime numbers in both quotient and remainder. So here we have prime numbers in both quotient and remainder. So 2, 3, 5, all these three numbers are prime numbers, and here 2 and 3, they are also prime numbers. So LCM is equals to multiple of all these all the numbers. So 2, so LCM is equals to 2 into 3 into 2 into 3 into 5. Okay, so multiply these numbers, you will get 180. So LCM is equals to 180. So in this way you have to find out the lowest common multiple. So thank you for today.